So this week was better. We got a little bit of, a little bit more goings on. So yeah, we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna stick with it. Let's get into
The thing is, the cops saw it, so they didn't pull it.
Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. This is my review for PowerBookII Ghost Season 1 Episode 4, The Prince. We start off with Tariq and Auntie Mary. They're on the phone. She's running down all the rules for him, all of her rules. Rule number 1, 2, and 3. The most important rule is to, only accept cash, only pay with cash. So those is the rules I need you to follow. Tariq is on his way to meet Stern. And when he gets there, he meets Stern's husband. This is Stern 2.0. He's standing in for Stern. They're gonna talk business, I guess. Tariq tells him that he wants to create a tutoring app called Course Correct, and he wants to, he wants all of his app payouts to be in cash. And, essentially he just, needs him to come in on that. And he's giving him, I think it was like 10%. The dude asked for 15%, but he was like, I'm going to give you 10%. They got a deal, and he's fine with doing everything under the table. Don't let Stern know. So that's something they got going on together. And I'm sure it's going to come back to bite Tariq in the behind. No, he actually Tariq offers him 5%, not 10%. He offers him 5%. When he leaves, he gets a call from Tasha. And Tasha tells him, I know what you're doing, and you need to go get you a gun right now. Like, right this minute, go and find a gun. And Tariq is like, I'm good. Like, where am I going to get a gun from? Anybody I would have got a gun from is gone. And so she tells him, Tommy and James, they used to, have little drops here and there around the city. I'll send you a couple addresses. You go check them out. And she sends him the address to this laundromat, one of their little fronts. And, so Tariq got to go check that out. Mr. Reynolds' class is going on. And Carrie and Oliver come waltzing in. They have an announcement to make. They're in the canonical studies, but there is a fellowship coming up, and the person chosen, gets an internship in DC. And light skinned Keisha was like, "Oh, DC, girl, ain't your man out in DC?" She was talking to Lauren, and Tariq looking like, "Oh, so you got a man? Okay, that's news to me." Duly noted. And after class, Professor Reynolds, Lauren walks up to Professor Reynolds, and she's like, "So what are you looking for in a fellow?" And he basically tells her, like, you're the perfect candidate. You got it. You ain't got to worry about it. Put your little application in, do what you got to do. I'm sure, you'd be a great candidate. And while they're talking, Carrie looking over her shoulder like, nah, no, he ain't about to do this again, because she done already heard him thumping last week in the office with one of his other students. So she ain't putting it past him. And he's like, well, okay, that's cool. So, because she says, okay, wait, maybe we can, discuss things further, like outside of school, like off campus. And he's like, so you thinking dinner? And she's like, yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, dinner is cool at my parents' house. So she shut it down right there. That ain't what she's here for. She really wants to talk, this fellowship over, with him and her parents. And he's like, okay, so, invite, I forgot her name. Her last name, Carrie. Invite Carrie, and invite another student for optics. And Tariq is walking by and overhears. He's like, oh, I'll go for optics. And so it's a date. Everybody meeting over there at Lauren's house for dinner. Kane and Aunt Mary, they meeting with the GTG boys. And, they got to get them straight. Basically, listen, we got to just cut y'all off. We're just going to have to fire you. You're fired. We no longer need your services. Good day. And when they walk off, one of the dudes is like, punta. And she's like, what? Say that again. Mary's acting in this scene was just piss poor. Okay? Piss poor. But we gonna move on. We gonna move past it. Anyway, they, she's like, so say it again in my face. I want you to say that in my face. And she called him something in Spanish. I'm sure it was like, pussy or, like it. I don't know. She said something to him derogatory in Spanish. And before he could even get the p off of puta, he gets punched in the face by Kane, and Kane beat him down. Like, just kept punching him, just kept hitting him. And some of the other dudes was going to, jump in and try to help. And she's like, now I know you don't want to do that. That's what you're not going to do. And so he backed down and, Kane beat him down. I guess, within an inch of his life. Because the dude was, I'm sure he was unconscious. And when they're leaving, Auntie Mary is like, you did great. That was what's up. You beat him down good. That's the kind of support you giving. All right, lady. Tariq and Braylon, they talking about the new business. And, they're going to need tutors, so people to run all of the tutoring packages around campus. So they're going to need tutors. They're going to need a hella product. They're ready to get stuff started. The icons in particular. Math is for we. Econ is for uppers. And chemistry was for downers. And for the ones, for the people that, only want to use the app for drugs, they have to get a premium package. And then, all of the packages come with a study guide just to cover their bases, like cover their grounds, and they don't need no mess for somebody saying, oh, this is not school related. You can whip out your study guide like, bam, this is what it come with, a study guide. I'm telling you, the app is legit. And it proves to be lucrative, like, because they start rolling in the money. And then we see Tariq meet with Davis, and he was meeting him to pay him. And Paula, she come in questioning where Tariq's money is coming from. I'm sick of Paula. I'm sick of her character. She's just, girl. Like, are you gonna defend the lady or not? You should act more like, girl, I think you need to go over there and join the prosecution team. Because whose side are you on? Like, what are you doing here? I get she got integrity. But when you're a defense attorney, you ain't got no integrity. So you can't straddle both sides of the fence defending murderers and drug dealers and rapists and killers. And, you already did all that. Like, you're not defending innocent people. Sometimes you might be. But for the most part, judging by, what type of attorney they're, making Davis Method Man out to be, miss me with all of that, Paula. Miss me. Yeah, he got it from selling drugs, and you still gonna take it? Cash still gone. It's still gone. Come on, girl. I'm so sick of Paula. Anyway, Tasha meets with her new friend in the lockup, and she's running around there paranoid, thinking somebody watching her. She thinking it's the guards watching her. And the lady like, now listen, you're gonna have to get from around me with all of that paranoia. We're no longer friends, because you doing a lot. You doing a lot. But it is Lorenzo's boy that is watching her. He in there pretending to be a handyman. Davis, Method Man, and Saxe, they are in chambers with the judge, and David wants to prove, that Saxe has this ulterior motive, that this is all for political gain, that he has a vendetta against the St. Patrick's family, and that it's documented. And so the judge is like, is this true? And she's going to allow Davis Method Man to, bring in his witnesses. She's just going to allow it. She's intrigued. I want to know what's going on with Saxe too. So bring on your witness to testify. Diana Kane and Drew are talking, and Aunt Mary come in there. She always come in there trying to give everybody an assignment. And, she tells them that Tariq is the new business partner, and they all like, he a square. Why? What? Why? Why is he here? Why? He ain't the one, mama. And so she want to check in on him and check and see how he's supposed to do this, like what his operation is going to be. Kane want to do it. She's like, boop, nope, not going to be able to do it. You can't walk up on that campus. Like, you ain't a college Ivy League kind of guy. You don't give that look, like, at all. You stay home. And Diana, girl, no. Because I can't trust you from the last time, since you want to lie about talking to your daddy, you running behind my back. Nope, you're not going. Drew, you go and handle it and go see what's what. Then we see Drew, and he pop up on Tariq, and Tariq is late for class, so he's headed to class. He's like, you might as well just come on, walk with me. And he automatically knew, like, did Auntie Mary send you? Like, listen, we got it over here. I'm good. But anyway, they go to Tariq's class, and it's an art class, and the professor is welcoming. She's like, oh, visitors, come on in. Come on in, take a seat. We're just about to do a little drawing, a little painting, a little, art. And he get in there, and she say everybody need to partner up. And she partners Tariq up, and so his friend is just left there. Drew is just left there. And, Drew look around the room and see this basketball player. And, he's like, oh, so do you have a partner? No, but I do now. And so they're real flirty. So right off the bat, okay, we can see Drew is one of the kids. And I don't know if this is, I'm sure he's closeted, but he was very, like, open and flirty, but they still were just having a private conversation. Saxe and his investigator, they're talking about the case. And, he wants to tell Tariq and do like, see, you already trying to do illegal stuff, underhanded stuff off the book. I said we got to be on the book if you want me on this case. Like, you already doing it wrong. Already. Like, I'm not about to tell a minor. We're not doing that. And he's like, okay. And while they're talking, these officers come in with this girl. Her name is Riley, and this is Saxe's niece. And, she's like, get me off. And he's like, I can't keep doing this for you. Just because I done got this position does not mean that I'm finna be getting you off every time you get in trouble. She was down to Central Park trying to buy some weed. And so, of course, I knew that when she was about to buy drugs, I knew in that moment, like, he about to try it. Because he loved trying to get folks to follow people around. He loved doing that. He was doing it with Andre. Like, he do that with everybody. But anyway, she's like, I'll do anything. Just help me. And he tells her that, he want her to go to that party. Go on and follow Tariq. I need you to report back everything you see. I just need to know who he hangs around. And so she cool with that. Back in class, Tariq notices Drew getting cozy with old boy. He looking over there like, so, okay. All right, so you occupied, so I'm going to go on and sneak out. And he sneak out of the class. Davis, Method Man, Saxe, and Tight Lip Detective are in judge's chamber. And, she's ready to just lay it all out there. And it's good, they're building their case up. It's really looking like Saxe is, on some BS. And when it's his turn to cross-examine her, he really just throws a wrench in the whole situation. The judge is like, oh, so you've been all involved in all of this mess while you so busy trying to sit here and snitch and make him look bad. You was right there with the mess. Tight lip detective. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send this transcript to your superior so he can know how you've been moving and how you've been dealing. You have a good day. So that just ruined the whole thing for them, pretty much. But the judge does want to talk to Tate. And so that could help, but we know Tate. We already know how he operates. But anyway, Tate takes his subpoena to the DNC guy and John, and he's like, "What's this? I ain't got time for this. I'm the governor. Like, I'm not finna be involved in none of this. So y'all need to go on and make that go away." And of course, they want him to lie. They want him to get up there and lie about it all. They're like, you can go on in there, but you know, this is what you gonna say. You gonna go, and this is what you gonna say. That's just that. Tariq goes to the laundromat, and he ends up finding that gun that Tasha said would be there. Then he gets a call from Paula, and he ignores it. And he gets a text from Lauren, and she's like, "Listen, dinner is at 7, and you should bring flowers because, you know, my mama really likes flowers." Braylon calls, and because he needs more product. You know, the app is booming, and so they done ran out of product already. Paula pops up on Tariq, and she's like, "Listen, I told you to stay by your phone. Why you ain't answering the phone? What you got going on, Tariq?" All in that man business. She gave him the cash back and was like, only wire transfer from here on out. Because I need to be able to trace and track this money. And hold on. Oh yeah, she asked him, she told him to tell what's going on, you know, let me in on all of this. How are you doing this? Or I'm gonna just tell Davis to just drop the case. Cause like, we not finna be involved with this again with that mess that she always giving. Girl, just leave. You can quit. You ain't got to work at that law firm since it's just compromising your integrity so bad. Quit. Just quit, girl. But we figure out why she don't quit. Hang on. We gonna get there. Tariq lied and told her that he got the money. He stole it from his grandmother. That's how he say he got it. She bought that, but maybe not. Drew is back in his new boo's room, the basketball player, and we already know what happens. They get down, kissing starts, then fondling happens, and you know they about to go full-fledged. Midway through though, he gets a call and he sees that he's missed 5 calls from Tariq. Then Drew calls Diana, and while he's calling, Aunt Mary come down the stairs because she done took her, you know, she took her real phone. And so she come down the stairs like, "Drew keep calling you. Answer it on speakerphone right here and right now." So she answered it, and Drew's like, "I'm going to need you to bring me some more product for Tariq. Don't tell mom, you know, just come on with it." And she's like, "Okay, I'll be right there." And, you know, she hangs up. Diana brings the stuff. And while she's in there, she kind of, you know, push up on Tariq. She, you know, they go to kissing or whatever and get interrupted by Drew. Then Tate is on the stand, and, you know, he said he's supposed to lie. He get up there and lie. He is the worst. He is the worst. Like, when it comes to him and, you know, his political aspirations, he'll stop at nothing. Whether it's lying, stealing, cheating, killing, whatever it is, he gonna do what he gotta do to make sure he stays in his seat, in that political seat, whatever it is he's trying to run for. He's gonna make sure that his plans are not deterred by anybody. He is terrible. Like, he's the worst. He sat up there and lied. Like, and they were all looking like, well, Davis, Method Man, and even the judge, you know, was just looking like, all right, that's what you going with. And on his way out, Davis Method Man even said to him, "You a lying ass nigga." And he gonna say, "Tate, just like a politician, thank you for your feedback, and I hope that I have your vote in the upcoming election. Good day." He is like, I just want to pop him upside the head, because why are you like this? He playing the hell out of that role. Then we see Drew in the shower, and Aunt Mary come in there. You know, she looking, you know, around, and she talks to him. And when she finds the picture that he drew of that basketball player's chest and everything, and, you know, she basically go in there. She knows he's gay, but she's just like, "Listen, you need to be careful, because not all men are like the men in our family. And so, yeah, be careful out there. Just protect yourself and be careful. That was that whole, oh, you're gay. Okay. It was subtle, but still, you know, he understood. He understood exactly what she was saying. Dinner at Lauren's. And Mr. Reynolds and Lauren, you know, they're alone at first or whatever. And he's being weird or whatever. But anyway, Tariq is late to dinner. And Lauren's parents, they start questioning him. And they talking about the book that and I'm like, damn, do everybody know you don't be reading the books? Like, why is that the talk around town that Tariq don't finish the book? Because even the parents knew. Even the mama said something slick about the book and finishing the book and reading it or whatever. And he's like, I read it. You know, and he gives his views on it or whatever. He's still, you know, Tariq is Tariq. Okay, your parents are nice and, you know, well-to-do and all of that, but this is how I feel, and he gonna say that. Period. While they're talking, the doorbell rings. No, Tariq and Tasha, not Tasha. Tariq and Lauren, they end up excusing themselves and going on upstairs. And you know, while she up there, she opens up about her brother and his addiction and blah, blah, blah. That's going to come back to bite Tariq in the behind. When she find out that he's selling drugs, she going to be upset. She's going to be upset and have nothing to do with him, or be upset and have nothing to do with him for a little while. Like, just like Ghost and Angela, because that's who they are. Like, that's what this situation is. But anyway, she started opening up about that. And they carrying on, you know, talking in the room or whatever. And then, you know, that leads to kissing. And the doorbell rings. And it's her boyfriend coming up in there with flowers. And he brown nosing and kissing ass. And just, he's that guy. Oh, I'm over there at Harvard. It's great. Oh, I read that book too. Oh, did you hear about this? Get out of here. Get out. You're not friends with that girl parents. So get out of here. What are you doing? Like he just, you know, one of they chums from college. No. No, boy. No. Anyway, after dinner, Reynolds and Carrie, you know, they got to argue in the office. Every episode. They arguing in the office. You know, she's, you know, disappointed. I guess she brings up the fact that he was sleeping with that girl. And he's like, her and the other girl and the other girl. What you trying to say, girl? We not together. It leads into, like, I don't get this. I don't understand what we doing with them. I don't care about them and their side story. You know, like, I don't know. What's the point? He seemed more like the sex addict than she does. But then again, he ain't got the sex. Like, it's like, I think their situation is, that's what they do. Like, we're going to fight, we're going to argue, because right afterwards, I'm going to take you down. Because that's exactly what happened. They end up having sex, like y'all was just fighting. And then they end up having sex in his office. Because I guess that's what he always do. Anyway, Saxe and his niece, they spying on Tariq. And, you know, Tariq is at the party. He wants her to watch, but he's like, do not make contact. Don't you talk to him. I just need you to watch him. She ended up approaching Tariq anyway, and Tariq is talking to Braylon or whatever. And she come up to him talking about, you have a real dark, did she say dark or black? Yeah. You have a dark energy around you. And he looking at her like, girl, get the fuck out of my face. That's my cue to head on out. Braylon sparks convo with her, whatever, so I guess he like her. Then we see Tariq like standing up above the party, and he tells this dude, puts a little bug in his ear, you know, that Braylon is the competition, is Scott's competition, because them Scott's boys. So Scott's boys go, you know, they run up on Braylon, and then a fight ensues. And, you know, Braylon, he does his thing. And when, you know, the fight breaks up or whatever, because he did that to get Scott suspended, expelled, something, get the competition out of the way. So that was the point of that. Braylon was just collateral damage. And Riley gets pictures. You know, she act like she taking pictures of, you know, the situation, but she took pictures of Tariq standing up, you know, up above where he was. Paula, we see her getting head, and from none other than Davis Method Man. So they smashing. So this is why she's so invested and why she even sticking around, because if what he does is so bad, then I would, professionally, I would not be aligning myself with that mess, but they fucking, so that's why she's aligned. And he's married. And so I'm like, no, Davis Method Man, you're not cheating on your wife with Paula. And Paula like, don't forget your wedding ring. Or she says don't forget some, because I know I would notice. So, he married. That make me not like her even more. You sleeping with a married man, girl. You ain't shit. Not worth a damn. She keeps getting these texts or whatever, and then when she checks it, it's a wire transfer from Tariq. And they need evidence, on Saxe, that somebody can't dispute, because they keep coming with this stuff, and he got a response, an excuse. He got something for it every time, and so they need something that's gonna stick. So they're gonna, serve Tamika. Tamika gets served, and then Tariq is on campus, and he runs into Scott. Scott on his way, with all his bags. He done got kicked out. He's like, "Ooh, too bad. I'm so sorry." Tariq walk off smiling because his little plan worked. Tariq is in class, and Lauren come in there. She sit over there, and Tariq, gets his bags and goes and sits next to her. Like, you ain't got to sit all the way over here. Like, it's cool. He's 17, but he said we're 18. But he's like, we're young. Like, have your options. It's cool. I ain't afraid, to put up a fight for you. So, cause he like her. I don't know how he feel about Diane. I think it's just what he has to do. Like, it's gonna be a nice little screw when he's able to. And he'll do it as many times as he needs to stay where he need to be within that family. But Lauren is who he ready to risk it all for. He like Lauren. But anyway, Tariq, Tasha is in jail, and she ends up getting a picture, a message, and it's a picture of Tariq, and so the person is like, it's good to see, Tariq is on board. He's, staying in line. Good boy. You should be proud. You'll be proud of your boy. He's doing good. So that just shows her, dang, like, Tariq done got us involved with these people, and now they watching him. They watching me. Just piling up some more shit to be in. And Saxe ends up getting a text with a picture from Riley, and it's of Tariq. And, he's sitting there all sinister, wheels turning. He about to do something to get Tariq in trouble. Saxe really irks my nerves. He just really gets under my skin. But anyway, that's where it ended out. I apologize that this review is coming to you so late. I had 2 birthdays in my household this week. My husband's birthday was yesterday, and my son's birthday is today. And so, we've had a lot going on this week. But I had to bring it to y'all anyway, like at some point. So I had to get on here first thing today so that it can be uploaded and, ready for you guys by this afternoon. Because this weekend I ain't doing nothing. Anyway, nothing but celebrate my husband. Anyway, y'all, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.